So finally, after almost a year and many delays, the wait within is over and the war within has finally dropped. Whew! Did it leave a mark. I was originally going to do this by running through the quest and talking lore as we went, but this would probably have made the video not quite so bite-sized, so I decided to keep it in the short and sweet format that you guys seem to enjoy. This isn't necessarily going to be in order of what we learn in the quest, so if you want that with my less than composed reactions to all the juicy new information, you can go watch the Let's Play I recorded right here. Now that's out of the way, on with the show! Firstly, we learnt a lot about the Orokin today, didn't we, class? As it turns out, we were almost bang on the money about the Orokin being able to distill their consciousness into a new vessel, but I forgot one minor detail. Historically, they have been total assholes in every way possible. Why would they stop now? My mistake was assuming that they would take the trouble to craft brand new bodies to inhabit. But, as it turns out, they had a system called continuity, where a Yuvan, a young and exotic specimen from the lower classes, would be paraded out in front of the Orokin in a kind of perverse body swap auction. The Orokin would then take their pick of the luxury vehicles before them, before essentially scooping out the Yuvan's mind and replacing it with their own, using a mysterious substance called Kuva. Charming, isn't it? Kuva appears as a dark red liquid and is described by Teshin as either being some kind of elixir granting power and immortality, or as a poison that causes madness and evil. That sounds pretty textbook Philosopher's Stone to me. Boy, the anime references are just racking up, aren't they? You acquire some of this mystery milk from the Queen's staff, and get the option to A. Destroy it, B. Give it to Teshin, or C. Consume it yourself. Whilst I went with the first option, I'm excited to see the effects in the future on those who chose to down it like a champ. Probably just wake up lying that you'll never drink again. Interestingly, Kuva seems to be the red vial that turned Auden Karis, the vicious beast of bones, into the peppy little psychopath that Ordis is now. This points to some connection between the Cephalons and this process of continuity. What exactly makes the Cephalon the diligent little workers they are, rather than Orokin with a new body smell, isn't particularly clear, but I imagine it'll come to light at some point. Next up, come with me now on a journey through time and space. Into the events aboard the Zariman 10-0 and what exactly made the Tenno. As it turns out, Margulis made some, alterations to the Tenno's memories when rehabilitating them. She plucked out all the bad stuff so that we wouldn't go crazy and start murdering people. Oh, wait. When the Zariman crashed in the void, it didn't take a huge deal of time for the adults to start losing their minds. Mysteriously, all of the children aboard were unaffected by whatever it was that seemed to be driving their parents mad. Well, kind of. They instead gained incredible abilities and ended up killing all the insane adults aboard. I guess that does kind of count as affected. Now, after Teshin's spiritual journey through the Himalayas to better yourself and regain your memories, you acquire more powers to add to your roster. I think somebody went to see Doctor Strange. This includes direct transference without the aid of your chair, and apparently the ability to travel large distances to inhabit a vessel, shown when you teleport to the Kuva Fortress and control your Warframe from within. This puts a dent in the theory I have about Warframes being sentient, as direct unaided control would explain why your frame seemingly comes to life to destroy Hunhao in the second dream. I mean, it was either that or the power of truth and love. Lastly on the Tenno front, after making your choice on what to do with the Queen's Kuva, you are briefly possessed by a seemingly malevolent force that calls you kiddo, much like your father supposedly did. Curiously, the line that links this entity to dear old dad makes reference to something watching you from out in the void. Now, I may have been playing too much WoW recently, but hear me out. Okay, you ready? Old gods, I'm calling it now, case closed, no further questions, Your Honor. Okay, maybe not, but you do gotta wonder what's out there. In the dark. Next up is a minor note on Teshin, who was finally revealed to indeed be a Dax soldier, loyal to the Orokin, whether he likes it or not. He explains that the Dax soldiers are given great power at the expense of never being able to defy the Orokin, or rather whomever is in possession of Kuva. That and the cruel and unusual punishment of wearing a bird bath as a hat. Finally, we move on to the Twin Queens. These two have been a mystery for a very long time now, and it's pretty awesome to see the old bags show their surprisingly different faces. Now why, you may ask, do they look different? Why is one a shriveled geriatric slug and the other a little girl who lives in a jar with pigtails? Is that what they are? The answer, my nosy friends, is probably to do with this concept of continuity. The Queen's original Orokin bodies have long since decayed, and with no luxury Yuvan around after the collapse, the Queens have had to make do with hopping between discount Grineer bodies to survive. At some point, they must have fallen out of sync with each other due to the wear and tear of sitting on your arse. Can't really blame them. Sometimes the fridge seems a world away. The Elder Queen, nearing her continuity, makes a mad grab for your sexy Tenno bod, and ultimately fails, which can result in her death should you choose so. Being the benevolent saint that I am, I spared the pensioner, more out of not wanting to waste a good character than pity, but I have a feeling that should you choose to either kill her yourself or let Teshin do it, that you won't have seen the last of her either. Post-War Within, the Worm Queen is shown desperately trying to gather enough Kuva so that she can see her sister again. Presumably this means that the old bag is floating around in some Voldemort-like form for those who killed her, and somewhere down the line she'll receive her own sexy new body, and the illusion of choice in video games continues unabashedly on. Yeah, Mass Effect, I'm still not over it. Motherfucking Rainbow Star Child bullshit space magic my ass! Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Hello again guys, and thank you for watching. I had planned to do this video ages ago, but, you know, DE, always so damn punctual. I said in my War Within Let's Play that I'm looking for new games to cover in this style, so if you guys have got any suggestions, I would love to see them in the comments, that would be fantastic. If you enjoyed this video, you can flick the like button to make sure it's still alive, he's been oddly quiet lately. And if you'd like to see more, then you can subscribe to see whatever lump of raw sewage next rolls out of my brain. As always guys, this has been Loreframe, I've been Luke, and you have been awesome. Take care, you crazy kids.